So recently I was browsing my homepage on YouTube. This was the music video that I saw by accident, and I'm not gonna show it to you, but it's basically about building Android goals and basically robot goals. And the music video was actually pretty cool. I liked the story and so on. And then I decided to look up the cover art, and this was the cover art of the song, and I thought that looks pretty cool. What if I try to recreate this but using her image and making it more photorealistic? So I found this image, and what I will try to do here is I will try to turn her into an anime first of all, so something like that basically. I will try to hand to her a robotic hand and also a knife to her hand, and obviously the position of the hand is going to be different because I mean that is the closest image that I could find, and also the image is not the best quality. Actually it's a pretty bad quality, but we will figure it out. So the first thing that I did is actually I went to camera raw filter. Here I can actually make the image look a little bit like a painting so that the quality doesn't look that bad. So basically I just decreased texture, so now as you can see it's very smooth. I increased the haze and vibrance, and also I increased noise reduction and color reduction. And when I do that, as you can see now, it looks like it was painted. How cool is that? So this was the colors that I got. Next step was to make her look a little bit angry. So basically I need her eyebrows to be like that. So what I have to do here is actually very simple. I basically just cut out her eyebrows, just like this, for example. I put them on a new layer, and after that I could actually just rotate them and make them look angry, and voila, now she's angry. So in other words, I created two new eyebrows, made her look angry, and also I deleted the eyebrows which were behind. Boom. So now, wow. Next step are the eyes. I want to make her eyes really big and like anime. To do that I want to filter and liquify. So on liquify, using face tool, we can easily just make her eyes like really big and all that stuff. And we can also use different tools to make her eyes even bigger, like this, and even make her nose like really small and tiny. My next steps were to find the knife and a heart to put inside the knife. So that's where this knife comes in, and I just need to find the right angle to download it. The same applies to this beautiful heart. So I place the knife here, and obviously I add some mask to make sure it's inside her hand. Next step is to play with lightness and add some textures to it. So basically what I did first of all, I made the edges a little bit darker to make it look a little bit nicer. I added the heart obviously right in the middle, and also decided to add some cool textures like here. This one is, for example, just like this image, which I changed the blending mode to overlay, and then I added another texture for the knife part itself. So basically I used this and oops, not this, wait, and these textures here. Now next, if you look at the background, it's actually very chaotic. It's almost like apocalypse, everything is destroyed. And I found this nice image. It's not really apocalypse image, but it's just a cool, very red and bright image. I placed it behind her and just used hue saturation to make the colors violet. I noticed that she has here this type of fluffies, I don't know, weird stickers on her hair, and also there are stars inside her eyes, and that's exactly what we need to do now. So for the stickers, I'm gonna use this stickers pack, and a pretty cool one. I just started placing them on her hair one by one, and I will show you in a second what I did to make them look a little bit more realistic. The first thing that you can try to do is change the blending mode. As you can see here, it's on soft light, that's why it's actually blending with the hair itself. Here, for example, I added some shadows. So if you look at this one, without shadows, with shadows, much better. For the stars in her eyes, I will just use this image here, and I will just cut out the stars. Of course, I could create a star in Photoshop, but why when I can just download an image, right? So here's the star. All I did is I just changed its color, added some gradient, and also added some outer glow, if you see. Without glow, with glow. Wow. And the same for the second eye as well. But before we continue, I just want to remind you that in case this is your first time here, my name is actually Fred, and in the last 3 years I have taught over 30,000 students how to use Photoshop, After Effects, and create beautiful artworks and animations. For example, these are some of the cool artworks that my students have created. Just look at them. Mwah! And if you go to learnfromfred.com, you will not only find tons of amazing classes, how to create this beautiful melting face artwork, how to create this dreamy artwork, how to create unique artworks, how to create glitchy artworks, how to use 3D in Photoshop, but also how to use After Effects to create trippy animations like this one and this one. And obviously you may look at that and be like, well, do I have to buy the courses one by one? Well, you could do that, or you could just click start 14-day free trial, and that means you will get access to all of the classes with one membership. Over 300 videos, over 60 projects, and 24/7 help from expert, which is me, and you can try it for free for 14 days. I know, it's too good of an offer, right? So anyway, let's go back to Photoshop. But remember, in case you don't do that, then most likely a Photoshop lord will come and destroy your Photoshop. So yeah, there's nothing I can do there. You know, Photoshop lord is very picky, and yeah, he doesn't like when people don't listen to him. So next steps here are to actually create the robotic hand and in general, you know, give her some robotic look, I would say. So I added this type of lines to her body and face in general, and they make her look a little bit more like an android. And in case you wonder how I did that, no, I did not draw them one by one. So if we go to image and add a little bit of a black and white effect, boom. Then if I go to filter and add a little bit of a Gaussian blur, boom. And then if I go to image posterize and a little bit of a posterize, where is it, where are you here? Wow, just increase the levels. And then if I go to filter, stylize and find edges, boom, finally, our poison is ready. I mean, the reason why I said poison is because I actually was feeling like a witch, you know, like when you create something and you add a little bit of everything to create your masterpiece, and yeah, that's what you get, basically. After that, I basically use the magic wand tool to select only the black colors here, and after that, boom, as you can see now, we have only the lines left, and boom. And if you just add a color overlay to make it all red, voila. So basically this is how it was done, and then obviously the hand, we need to make it robotic. How are we gonna do that? Easy. We will add a texture. Wow, what is going on here? We will then add a mask. Boom, only to cover her hands. And then we will just change the blending mode of this texture to linear burn. Oops, sorry, to color burn. And now it's a red robotic hand. And in case you don't like red, we can always just go to hue saturation and change the color to anything we want, you know, a blue robotic hand or whatever else. But we are not done yet, because we still need to add some plasters to her face and also do some overall color grading. So here I just added some plasters. As you can see, I actually played with them a lot, you know, I had to warp them around her face and blah blah blah. I will not show that. So, and I just added a little bit of shadows here, boom, to make it more realistic. Next steps were to play with her eyes and make them a little bit more interesting by adding some colors, add some color balance to the knife, some shadows, and even more shadows. I mean, the last shadows were actually for the face to make it a little bit nicer. And after a few more years of color grading, boom! Look at this. Wow. And keep in your mind that this came from this. What? Also, by the way, if you really like this, you know, you need to click thumbs up, and like you really need to do that, because if not, again, Photoshop Lord just told me that he will come and destroy everyone's Photoshop if you don't do that. So yeah, it's not my words, you know, there's nothing I can do here. Also, if you want to learn how you can create this type of edits as well, again, make sure to check out learnfromfred.com, my classes where you can start learning for free. Love you guys, I hope this was useful. See you if I survive till the next video. Love you, bye bye.